For those of you guys that we haven't had the chance to meet yet, my name is Nick Greco, and I saw what you guys are about to see a little bit over a year ago. It was December of 2020 when I, got introduced to this whole idea of what we're doing here with Legacy Life, with the insurance, with the Alliance, and how this all works. And what happened is I was in a business for about 12 years. And we had built that business, to the point where it was, it was successful. We had a six-figure income in that business, and we had a lot of fun, made a lot of friends, met a lot of really good people. But I think, like a lot of people, COVID-19, the pandemic in 2020, completely just derailed, that trajectory that we were on. For me, my wife, our two sons, we had just had our youngest. We've got a 4.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old now, and we had just had that baby. And that's when that previous business went out of business. And so I was in a position personally where I needed to, I either needed to go get a job or I had to go start something else. And I've been an entrepreneur my entire adult life. I started that previous business when I was 19 years old out of my dorm room in college. And we built that thing up, blood, sweat, and tears. We gave it everything we had for over a decade, and it was gone just like that. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to, I think a lot of people were affected by COVID, just like we were. Maybe not in the same way, but I think it affected a lot of people's careers. I think it helped a lot of people have a lot of introspection. What do they really want to do? Do they want to be working as much as they're working? They want to do something different. And for us, it was really difficult going through that, all right, with that previous business, but it ended up being the best thing that ever happened to us because we found this business. And so I'm going to share, some of my story, what this has been like for me over the past, year and in 5-6 months, however long it's been. And then we've got a couple of guests on here to go over there and that are going to go over their story, share their story, how it's been for them. And these are real people that are having real success with what we're doing here. So excited to have you guys on, and I'm going to share my screen. We're going to roll through this with y'all. And so the name of our agency, for those of you guys that don't know, what this is all about, or your friend didn't tell you, we're talking about insurance, and we're an insurance agency. And the name of our insurance agency is Legacy Life. We're part of a bigger group. We're part of an even bigger group. We've got a parent company and all that, but our group specifically is called Legacy Life. And, your friend who invited you on here, they probably just really thought enough of you to share this idea with you. And, what are we doing here? Really, it's Legacy Life and is a vehicle for wealth creation, wealth management, asset protection, family protection, health insurance, life insurance. We do a lot of really cool stuff. And, if you're a guest on here tonight, you might be thinking like, oh man, my friend, got me on here to talk about insurance. And I kind of thought that too. So back to, if we back up to December 2020, when I first heard about this, I was desperate for something. Like, I needed to go do something to go make money. I wasn't making money. That previous company was out of business. And so when I heard insurance, it's not like I was like, oh my gosh, insurance? I've been waiting to do insurance. I can't wait, But when I found out how this business works, it is the most exciting business I've ever seen. Okay, it is crazy. The way that this business works. And if you really understand it and if you work it, you can earn some incredible money for you, your family, and help you achieve whatever goals that you have. And so, that's what we're doing. And what we're doing is we're helping families out there. We are helping middle America with their basic financial services. Okay. What is middle America's basic financial services? Final expenses, mortgage protection. All right. These are life insurance coverages for families. And some of you maybe know someone who's passed away without life insurance, or maybe someone who's passed away with life insurance. Okay. Well, we're helping middle America get that set up. And the bottom line is people need what we have. Okay. And so we're helping middle America with final expenses, mortgage protection. We can help people become their own bank, utilize strategies of infinite banking. We do wealth protection. We do fixed indexed annuities. And, what is some of this stuff? And I'm not going to dig deep into all this, but, what do we do with an annuity? How would an annuity make sense? Well, if you're like a lot of people out there, maybe you've had different jobs throughout the years, and you've got different 401ks and IRAs with and they're kind of scattered, right? Because once you leave that business, once you leave that job, you can't keep putting money in there. So we can help people put that money somewhere safe. Okay. Or if you're a little bit older and you're retired, well, you can get that chunk of money and you can protect that money completely from market loss. Okay. So we can do some really cool stuff. And here's what I've learned being in this business for the past, year and a half, just about, is nobody's talking with middle America about this stuff. In fact, a lot of them are just kind of, they're doing nothing. Okay. With their assets, with their money. It's just kind of sitting there where it was at. And just because maybe they don't have tons of money, maybe they're not millionaires, but they do have money. It is important that that's their nest egg. We can help people, protect that nest egg. And so that's what we're doing. And, most people don't have a whole ton of financial literacy. They don't understand, how some of these things can work for them and how they can benefit them. So we're just educating people on what we're doing. And so, people need what we have. Okay, people absolutely need what we have. And we've got all these partners, all these companies that we're teamed up with. And you can see on there, Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica, Foresters, Columbia Financial, there's tons, and there's tons more that we're partnered up with. So we've got all these insurance companies that have amazing products, okay, that people need. But these insurance companies, they've got all the money. Okay. Transamerica is like $1 trillion company. Okay. They have all the money. All right. So we've got these companies that have all the money. They have products that everybody needs. All right. But they are not good at marketing those products to those people that need those products. So what we're doing is we've got people who need the products. We've got the companies that have the products. We are connecting the people who need the products. All right. These insurance services are basic financial needs, basic financial services, people who need those products with the companies that can provide them with those products. And they will pay you handsomely to go out there and go do that. All right. And I'll talk about how we get paid and how all that stuff works. We've also got some really awesome products that you really can't find anywhere else, or that maybe you haven't heard of anywhere. We've got something called the HMA. It's the health matching account. And for anybody out there that that's self-employed, real estate, title insurance, mortgage lenders, or whatever it is, hairdressers, people out there that don't have paid for health coverage through their job. This is by far the best thing I've ever seen out there. Okay, because I've been self-employed for 12, 13 years at this point, and this is the best thing that I've ever seen. Basically, what you can do with this is you can prepay your medical expenses at a discount. Okay, without getting into a whole presentation here of how this works, these are the different levels you can join and set up an HMA. It's a health matching account. It's kind of like a health savings account, but they match you on it. And so you can set this up. And let's say, like I'm at the $40,000 level. Okay. So if you look down, the third one from the bottom, 40,000, you pay $485 a month for that. And you get to spend your premiums. In fact, if I didn't, let's say I had this thing for 35 months, we're a young family, we use it, but let's say we didn't use it, I will have put into it $23,025, but I would have $40,000 that I could put on that card. Okay. Actually, let me rephrase that. I was mistaken. I would have put on $16,975 and I would have 40 grand. Okay. So I'm basically buying $40,000 worth of medical expenses for $16,000. Okay. And we all know how health coverage and health costs, all that stuff is crazy. So this is phenomenal. We'll teach you about this. You can learn about this. You can even get this for yourself without having an insurance license. And, so that's what we're doing is we're talking to middle America about their basic financial services, and we're helping them with that. And, what we're doing is they're out there in the world. There's four main ways that you can go make money. You can be an employee, meaning you go work for somebody else. They determine how much you get paid, how much you're worth, how many hours, what days off, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Or you can go be self-employed. That's the next best way. So nothing wrong with being an employee. It gets better. Okay. From the top left to the bottom right, it gets better. All right. So being self-employed, that's what we're talking about doing here when becoming an insurance agent, is you are going from being an employee to being self-employed. Well, self-employed is better. You can pick your own hours. You can choose how much you want to make. If you want to make more money, you can work harder. And that's what I love about this business, is you can make whatever you want to make. Okay. And so being an agent with us, that's what you can do, is you can become self-employed and you can go out there. We'll teach you how to do it. We've got trainings, we've got systems, we've got everything in place for you to succeed in this. And you can go out there and be self-employed, and you can make way more money than you could at your job. And some of you guys are like, well, I can't just quit my job. Totally get it. You'd start this part-time. All right. It's your own business. You can do with it whatever you want. As time goes by, you can end up, if you want to, you can start building an agency. And there's a bunch of us on here that are building an agency. Well, building an agency is where you go from the S quadrant to the B quadrant, where you're not just self-employed. Like, yeah, you can go out there, you can go sell policies and you can go make money. All right. But being a business owner is you can start to get leverage. All right. So it's not just about you and your policies that you're selling. It's about, you can start to build an agency. And when your agency goes out there and sells policies, you can earn money from your agency. All right. Just kind of like same thing as real estate. Right. So that's where you go from being just self-employed to being a business owner. And then ultimately, all right, with our company, with our opportunity, with what we're doing here, you can end up being an investor where you have huge amounts of equity in the number two, okay, largest company in the state of Texas. You can have a big chunk of equity in that company, one of the fastest growing companies on the planet. They're privately held, so all their stuff is in public. But if they were a public company, they'd be in the S&P 500. We are massive. Okay. And you can end up getting a big chunk of equity. If you build a big enough business here, you can go partner with integrity, and you can start to have some equity growth there. So you can do it all. Okay. Except for the E quadrant. We're going to ditch that one with this. And, some of you guys might be thinking like, well, who am I talking to? If we're out there selling insurance, like, do I got to call my friends? Do I got to call my family? This is a little bit out of date, but this is a lead map. Okay, these are where we have a bunch of leads all across the country, and these are people who sent in a form. Okay, like they snail mailed in a little form, and I'll show you guys this. All right, to protect the innocent here, I won't put their phone number. Oh, they don't have a phone number on this one. Perfect. So this is a gal. Her name is Yvonne. Okay, and Yvonne filled out this postcard. Okay, it's a little white thing that we sent to her in the mail, and she snail mailed this back to us, okay, saying that she is interested in getting information about final expense coverage. Okay, that's who we're calling. We're calling people who are requesting information on what we do. That's what all these leads are. Okay, and we've got even more. Like, this is an outdated map. This doesn't even show like probably the half of them that are available in there right now. That you can. These are people that you can go talk to about what we have. So, like I said, we've got middle America who needs what we have. And these are people who not only need it, but they snail mailed a form back to us telling us that they want it. Okay, we're going to call those people and we're going to go sit down with those people and we're going to go help those people with those needs. Would be it final expense, mortgage protection, whatever it happens to be. Those are the people that we're talking to. And so how do we make money? We make money is 7 or 8 different ways. Okay, the first way that you make money is by personally selling policies. Okay, be it life insurance, you could sell, Medicare. There's lots of different stuff we can do. Let's just talk about life insurance. So you can go out there and you can sell a life insurance policy. And the way that it works is the insurance companies, they are paying you based off the first year's annual premium. So let's say you sit down with Yvonne, you call Yvonne, her thing comes to you. She filled it out in the mail 2 weeks ago. Okay. And you call Yvonne, you set an appointment. Hey, I'm going to come by and get you the information that you requested. And she ends up getting set up with a life insurance policy to cover her funeral, her final expenses. And let's say for her policy, she's paying $100 a month. They're going to pay commissions based off of that first year's annual premium. They're going to pay you based off $1,200, $100 a month for the first 12 months. Okay. And they are going to advance you the first 9 months worth of commissions. So just for some easy math, it can be a whole heck of a lot more. It could be, it's really not going to be a whole ton less, but let's just say for easy math, you go sit down with Yvonne or whoever, or as many people as you want to, and they're going to pay you $500 to $600 to go sit down and help Yvonne in an upfront commission. Okay, to go help her with her final expense coverage. Okay, so that's the first part of the personal sales. The second part of the personal sales is there's also back end money. So you're getting paid on her first 12 months. Okay, and they're going to advance you the first 9 months. The last 3 months. So let's say Yvonne buys a policy in January. They're going to deposit, whatever it happens to be, $500, $600, $700 into my account that in January. And that's the first 9 months. Well, when, October, November, and December roll around, she's still paying her premium, $100 a month. Well, they're going to pay me my back end money the other 3 months of those commissions. They're going to pay it in months 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so you're getting paid on the full year. 9 months of it is up front. Months 10, 11, and 12 are when she makes those premium payments. So that's the first and the second way that we get paid. The third way that we get paid is if you bring somebody into your agency, okay, maybe you get them on a Zoom like this that we're doing on Thursdays, whatever it is, you bring someone into your agency and they go sit down with Yvonne and they go sell Yvonne a policy. Well, they're going to make the lion's share, okay, of that policy. Okay, they're going to make the majority of that policy. But all right, you can earn an override. Okay, let's say you make 5% or 10%. You'll make a little override on that policy that they went out and sold. They sat with Yvonne, they helped Yvonne, but you can earn a little bit of an override on that. If you look at this, this is someone's actual deposits. Okay, for about 10 months in the business, and you see the personal sales. They made $395,000 in personal sales. And they made $81,000 in overrides. Okay. The next way that we get paid is something called the glow bonus. And the glow bonus, if you really end up wanting to build a really big agency, what's going to happen is you're going to have some rock stars. You're going to have some people that aren't so much rock stars. You're going to have some people that go out there and do a little bit, a lot, part timers, all the timers, no timers, some of the timers. You'll just have everything. Okay. Well, the people that you go out there and bring in and you go find within your agency, let's say they're just a superstar, rock star stud. Okay. And they go out there and they're just killing it. Okay. The way that this usually works in insurance is you want to hold the people underneath you down. Okay. You don't want them to pass you, because if they pass you, you stop making money on them. Well, that's why we have this glow bonus built in, where this glow bonus is even if someone passes you, okay, you can still earn overrides on that person. If you're going to go build a big agency, I'm telling you, you want that, because you don't want to be trying to hold people back and hold people down. That's not the way to build a business. That's not the way to build, an organization. We want everyone to thrive and win without having fear of someone passing you or any of that kind of stuff. Okay. So that's why we have that glow bonus. The next way that we get paid is we have renewals. So, just using Yvonne as the example, Yvonne, we let's say it's, she buys the policy in January, and I've made my upfront money, I've made the back end money, and then it's January of next year. Well, Yvonne is still paying her $100 a month. Well, these companies, they're going to pay you a renewal. Okay. Basically, they're going to pay you a little piece of what she's paying every single month, and they're going to give that to you because you're the agent that helped get her that policy. Okay. Actually had someone today that my renewal for them is $17 a month. And it's not like it's tons of money. Okay. It's $17 a month. But it's pretty sweet because it's a passive income. It's a residual income. She's going to keep her policy. She wants that coverage. She needs that coverage. She's going to keep it. All right. So I'll make $17 a month from Miss Sharon indefinitely, as long as she has that policy. So that's the next way we can get paid, passive income, residual income. We've also got, bonuses. We've got trips. We're doing a trip next year that you can qualify for this year. Okay. Where we're going to Ireland, all expense paid, flights, hotel, everything, booze. Okay. Everything is paid, all expense paid, going to Ireland. And all you've got to do to qualify for that is register for our next big event. Okay. Our next event is in June. It's called Family Reunion. It's in Reno, Nevada. Let's go party in Reno. We're going to have a bunch of fun. And if you go to that, they will give you a bunch of bonus points. Okay. And then the other, so you add the bonus points, and then you go out there and you go write some business. You can totally qualify for Ireland. Last year, the trip was to Cancun. I qualified brand new, just got my license, qualified for that in July of that year from a complete standing start. So if I can do it, you can absolutely do it. And, we've got some different stories on here. I'm going to just run through these. And just so you guys know, the numbers I'm showing you right here, these are actual numbers, actual deposits. Okay. The green number there is what they made in their bank account. Okay. And this is for the first, this one in particular is for 6 months. Okay. Most of the other ones are for the first 10 months of last year. When we created this presentation originally, we said we did it in October. So we didn't have like the full year. We just did from January 1 to, whatever day in October that was. But this is for about 6 months being in the business. I'm going to have Mike share his story really quick on here when we get to the end of the stories. This is me and my wife. This is from January 1st, complete standing start to October of last year. And we ended up making, more than that, of course, but, brand new. Didn't have an insurance license. Okay, went out there, built this thing, and you know, obviously you can see the numbers there. This is our friends Jake and Bell. These guys are out in Seattle. And if you look at, you know, their stuff, like they are selling lots of insurance. They are out there kicking butt, taking names, but they have a $250,000 a year income, you know, from this business. And prior to this, you know, they were in the military, they're now retired, and didn't have like a, you know, really huge, awesome retirement plan. These guys are absolutely kicking butt. In fact, Belle, her first year was doing appointments 1 day a week, and she made about $80,000 her first year doing appointments on Saturdays. Okay, so if you're in that situation where you got to do this part time, we can make it work. This is our friend Terry Edwards out there in North Carolina, and Terry's got an incredible story. Absolutely kicking butt. And I feel bad not putting up the full numbers for the full year because he made even more than that, you know, doing this. And you could just see, like, you can make big money out there selling. Okay, just going out there and selling the insurance, like Mark Hutchison, who made, you know, $360,000 on his own pen just from selling, and another $100,000 in overrides. You can make, you know, big money selling. You can make big money recruiting and building an organization. You could do both. Okay. And there's a bunch of us on here that are doing both. This is our friend Stephen Davies. Look at that, you know, $500,000 in overrides at plus. That's not even the full year. You know, been in the business for a long time, making over $1 million a year, absolutely killing it. This is Andy Albright, the really the founder and the owner, CEO of our agency. And our agency is partnered up and teamed up with Integrity. Integrity is, like I said, one of the biggest companies in America. They're privately held, and you can end up going partner if you build up a big enough agency. Okay, you can go partner with Integrity, and they'll give you a bunch of stock. They'll give you a big buyout. The more you understand about how this works with Integrity, the more exciting this all gets. And for time's sake, I'm not digging in on like, oh, here's how you go partner and all that kind of stuff. Just know that it's available there. Okay, just know that there's a bigger thing than just going out there and selling insurance. Like, yes, you can go out there and you can make a killing selling insurance and have a phenomenal career, provide for your family, and you can do that. You can go build an agency and earn a lot of passive income. But there's something bigger that we're doing here, and it has to do with, you know, being able to really be a part of something big, something special, something absolutely huge. And we're seeing this now before they're a public company. And so the opportunity is huge here. And I'm going to take this opportunity right now to just have a couple of my friends hop on and just share their story with us, like how it's been for them so far, so you can hear a real story from a real person. And, you know, Mallory, if you could hop on, just share your story real quick, 30 seconds, name, background, where you're from, where you're at, and how this has been for you so far. That would be awesome.
Can you hear me? Oh gosh, I'm not meaning to be in space. Sorry.
Show them space. Show them space.
I'm in my car. So I'm Mallory. I'm in north of Dallas, almost to Oklahoma. I am 32 years old, a teacher by trade, a high school teacher, and then turned stay-at-home mom. And I was kind of like Nick, like I wasn't dreaming of selling insurance. My husband actually kind of pushed me into it because him and Nick are good buddies. And got my license in October, really started to kind of get my feet underneath me in January. And then already basically from January till now, I've replaced what I would have made as a teacher. I was making like $2,300 a month as a teacher, full-time, super stressed out. Teaching is like a 6-day a week, 24/7 job pretty much. And so to know that I've been able to replace that income is just really exciting, because it's kind of giving me a way out of that stress, and it's giving me a way to provide for my family really 3 days a week. My girls are in childcare 3 days a week. That's all I have, and so I just kind of have to make it work with the 3 days that I have, and it's been a huge blessing to be able to make a financial impact on my family part-time, for sure.
Awesome.
Anything
You're a rock
else?
star. Yeah, we appreciate you. Yeah, you're coming home. Mallory's coming home from an appointment.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, killing it. And proud of you. Great job. And thank you for hopping on. And next up, Dan, if you could hop on here, Mr. Dan Hoyt.
Pow! Got it figured out.
You're not in space. You're in the mountains. Go for it.
I'm in the mountains. What's up, y'all? Dan the Spartan Hoyt from the mean streets of Broomfield, Colorado. Just kidding. The most thuggish thing that happens in Broomfield is there's like old people and tumbleweeds. But no, I saw this idea about a year and a month ago, something like that. And at the time, I was in a place where financially, mentally, spiritually, all that kind of stuff was just broken. Was just in a not great place. You know, I'd spent 10 years building a company that had collapsed. You know, got out of a really toxic relationship. My little brother passed away in a tragic car accident. And, you know, I was doing stuff financially for, you know, for other people. And, you know, I was getting by, but I wasn't excelling. I wasn't thriving or anything like that. And so my biggest fear was just, you know, could I go out and build something again? Could I go out and really make the type of money that they were talking about? And, you know, I didn't know, to be honest with you, but I did trust the person that showed it to me. It's this guy, Nick Greco, that you've been listening to. And I did trust him. And so I took a look at it, met the owner. We flew on his private jet. And so I got to go see a home office. I got to meet the owner of the company. I got to see that the money was real. And because of the systems and the mentorship and the leadership that you're experiencing, like on this call, within a very short amount of time, I made more doing this than I had, you know, done anything in the last, you know, 10 or so years. What it took me several years to build previously, we were able to replace that in a matter of months. And I just love that you can go out each and every day. You can define what you want to make. You go out and make as much money as you want. You can print money, and you can also help a bunch of people do it. And we're just getting started. So if you like what you see, come with us. Awesome.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. And Dan's having a record month this month. If you look at his numbers, they're just straight up. Next up, Mike, can you hop on, share your story with us real quick?
Yes, and I will be quick because I am illegally parked at the Atlanta airport picking up my parents. Yeah, guys, I was in the previous business with all of these guys. We were in the travel industry, and just not the best business to be in during COVID when the government doesn't let anybody travel. So obviously, we were looking for different avenues, and I always knew real estate and insurance and the financial world. Those were the two big ones to be in. And if you Google, you know, what are the number one ways to become a millionaire, the financial industry is always number one. They're always number one, the financial industry. And so I, like Nick, I wasn't like, ooh, insurance, this is what I've been looking for. But I trusted him, and I saw the money he was making, and I was just at a point in my life where I needed something. And I love the big vision behind the company about being able to change my family's destination of, you know, and build that financial freedom through the Alliance, through integrity. And so I got my license last April, at the middle of last April. And like Nick said, you know, you can buy you can get leads all over the country. You can do all kinds of different things to advertise. You can go to your warm market, leads, whatever. And my wife's dad was passing away this time last year. So I had to move up to Cleveland, Ohio. And that's where I got my leads. And I started there and doing it 2 days a week. My first month, I made $5,200. My second month, we, you know, made like $8,400 and have never looked back since. So we got to six figures in our second month. I've never made that kind of money before that fast. And, you know, we've been able to achieve, you know, great success and helping a lot of people do the same. Of, you know, a bunch of our friends that were in the last business together, they're making 3-4 times the money. So the money's great. We got a great training system, a great platform. And yeah, we're looking forward to joining you guys. So super blessed. And we're making multiple six figures this year and growing from there.
Awesome. Yep. Mike's team's growing like crazy. Just hit a new promotion. You guys will see that here in the next couple of days. Excited about that. Absolutely crushing it. Thanks for hopping on. And last up, my man, Mr. Dave Fleming. Dave, are you on here?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yep. Take it away.
Cool. What's up, guys? Hope you guys can all see me too. My name is Dave Fleming, and I was self-employed from 2012 until 2020 when the pandemic hit. And, you know, just like Nick, you know, that pandemic affected what I was doing at the time. And I'm a single dad. You know, I have 2 beautiful girls, and every decision I make in life is based on what's best for them. And so I kind of found myself in a place where I stopped dreaming. You know, I was self-employed for a couple years, and, you know, we were doing a lot of the stuff that we always wanted to, travel, making money. And then, you know, this thing happened and I have no control over it. And, you know, I just found myself in a place where I'm like, I might have to go back to working a regular 9-to-5 job. And I actually tried it, and it only lasted about 5 days. So I went back and started doing, you know, Lyft and, you know, stuff like that, just to kind of bring some money in. And, you know, one of my good friends, Nick Greco, who's actually who's hosting the call, he, you know, started talking to me about the insurance. And at first I wasn't wanting to open up because, again, like I said, I was kind of in a bad place where I just didn't want to do anything like that again, because what if this happens? What if that happens that I have no control over? But where I was in my life right then and there, like, sucked way more than at least learning and studying something new. And so I trusted my friend Nick. I saw that Mike jumped on, and I trust those guys. Those are my boys. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to jump all in and figure this thing out. And slowly but surely, I figured it out. You know, I'm not the smartest guy in the, what do they say? I'm not the smartest knife in the tool shed, or the smartest, you know, screwdriver in the kitchen, right? So, I mean, if someone like me can jump on board and do this thing at a big way, then I think all of you guys can. You know, last month, you know, was my biggest month in commission wise. I did about a little over 9,000. And in my last previous business, you know, in that span that I was in that company, you know, I never made close to that. And so, like I said, this is something that, you know, single parents can jump in, people that, you know, that have no experience in insurance, like, you guys can jump in on this, get the training that we have, because we do trainings, we learn this stuff, we teach our people how to do this, and we can help you win at a very big level, guys. So all you need to bring to the table is some hustle and some drive, and we'll do the rest. We'll take care of it. So appreciate you guys for jumping on and listening to our story and seeing this information. I look forward to working with everybody on here. Let's go. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you. Congrats on all your success, man. Super excited for you. And yeah, guys, you know, so that's just some of our people. And, you know, most of them have been doing this for a year less. I mean, heck, I'm like the one who's been doing it the most, and I've been doing this for a year, you know, a year and 5 months at this point, and really a year and 4 months. I started in January last year. So that's what we have going on. And, you know, whoever got you on here, they really just, you know, wanted to share this with you. And, you know, maybe as an opportunity, maybe you were having a conversation with them of like, hey, I'm looking for something different. And they said, hey, you ought to check this out. And so if that's the case, and if you like what we're doing, it's extremely easy to get started. Like, you can get started. It's you fill out some forms online. It's free to get started with our agency. So there's not like some big sales pitch, you know, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. No, it's just, if you want to go out there and you want to, you know, earn what you're worth. If you want to be able to earn, you know, 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, if you want to do, you know, the best for your family, we have a way that you can go out there and go do this. And, you know, we're doing it, and we're doing it big. And, you know, yeah, we might be semi new to this, but we're taking this thing by storm. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Make no bones about it. Okay. We're going to end up being one of the biggest insurance agencies, period. Okay. In the entire United States. So, you know, we'd love to have you come with us. So next step, if you're ready to get started, ready to come with us, is, you know, ask your friend, whoever got you on here, say, hey, how do I get started? They'll send you a website. You go sign up through that's where you get started with our agency. The worst part about this is you got to go get an insurance license. Okay. And so it's different in every state. That doesn't cost very much. I think in the state of Colorado, it was around $130, $140 for me to get my insurance license. Okay. So free to sign up for the agency, get the insurance license. There's a pre-licensing course that's around $50. And actually the 130 is including that for, you know, for me. So it's about $130, $140 to get everything started, get an insurance license, pass that test, and get this thing up and running, and we'll help you do it. So get with the person who got you on here, let them know you want to rock and roll, let them know you're ready to get started, let them know, hey, you know, I just want to buy some insurance. I don't want to be an agent, whatever it is. Okay. And if you do end up coming with us, if I can just tell you one thing, is put the dates of June 24th through June 26th on your calendar. Okay. And that is our next big event, that family reunion out in Reno. And it's a training where you're going to learn from all the top salespeople on what they're doing to sell the insurance successfully, make, you know, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $700,000 a year selling insurance. Okay. And you're going to learn from all the people that are building massive organizations and earning that much and more in overrides through their business. So if you you want to do this, let's do it. Let's jump all in. So appreciate you guys. We're going to be doing this every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock Colorado time. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time. And just know that you can invite your friends on here. You can invite people that you've been having conversations with, or, you know, people that they're already in. They just want to get some more information about all this, ask questions, that kind of thing. So I hope everybody has a blessed rest of your night. Let's go kick some butt. We'll see you next Thursday. We also have our team training call on Sunday nights at the same time, same Zoom code that you use for this. And we'll send out the details on all that. So love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night, and God bless.